Orville said coldly. Roxa is a serious offender. Wear a black hood over her, okay, sir? One of the people in black immediately used a black cloth cover to directly cover Cynthia's head. Elaine, who was paralyzed on the ground because of a broken leg, blurted out and shouted, "Comrade Interpol, you must sentence her to death. Don't let this stinky woman come out to harm others, mister." Orville said lightly, "Don't worry, she will definitely get a fair trial." After finishing speaking, he shouted to the other subordinates, "Take this guy with the surname Wu away. We highly suspect that he is involved in cross-border money laundering. We wanted to arrest him a long time ago, but we didn't expect to meet him here." Regnar said in a panic, "When did I become a suspect of cross-border money laundering? I have been doing business fairly, and I have never committed any illegal or criminal activities." Orville slapped him directly. "Don't you know how many nasty things your brother-in-law has done over the years?" Regnar blurted out, "My brother-in-law did that. What does it have to do with me?" Orville slapped him on the face again, and cursed, "If you didn't support him behind his back, how could he have done so many detrimental things? Do you think you can be exempted without doing it directly? Don't forget, the commanders of those invaders are all Class A war criminals." Regnar blurted out, "But then I didn't launder money across borders either." Orville sneered, "Whether it is washed or not, you know it yourself, and we know it too. When the time comes, all the evidence will be in front of you, depending on how hard your mouth is." After finishing speaking, he waved to the people around him. "Take this guy away from me. The person Orville hates most in his life is Regnar." He observed at Regnar and cursed in his heart. "Regnar, the old dog, sent people to Classic Mansion and almost killed me. Had Master not arrived in time and rewarded me with a rejuvenation pill, I might have already reported to the Angel of Death. This time you fell into my hands. See if I *C King not kill you." Seeing that Regnar was also taken out, Elaine hurriedly pointed at Noah and Harold, who were like dead dogs on the ground, and asked Mr. Orville, "Comrade Interpol, the two of them intend to kidnap me. What should I do, Mr.?" Orville said indifferently, We are the Interpol after all. We are affiliated with the Interpol headquarters in Vienna. We mainly catch transnational crimes. Local criminals like them should be handed over directly to the local officers." Elaine nodded repeatedly and echoed, "That's okay. Send them to life imprisonment." Orville nodded and said, "Don't worry about this. In this way, I will arrange someone to take you to the hospital, and then you will inform your family members. We will notify the local officers of these two people, so you don't have to worry about it." Elaine burst into tears and cried, "Comrade Interpol, please send me to the hospital. My leg broke again in just a few days. Hey, God, why am I facing this? My fate is hard for me." Orville greeted the people around him and said, "You, drive Ms. Elaine to the hospital." "Okay, Captain." Later, Elaine was helped out of the warehouse by two people. As soon as she left the warehouse, she was stunned by the sight in front of her. In the open space at the entrance of the warehouse, 3 helicopters and a dozen black cars were parked. She couldn't help sighing in her heart, "My boy. This Interpol is amazing. There are several helicopters. Fortunately there is Interpol today. Otherwise wouldn't she be killed by Roxa and Regnar?" Thinking of this, she cursed in her heart. That Regnar is a damn idiot. What a billionaire boss. You can't even see the identity of a fraudster like Roxa, and a mouthful of Ms. Wade shouted. That's him lying flatly before her. So stupid. Afterwards, Elaine was taken into a Rolls-Royce car, and the driver drove away quickly from the scene to Oruz Hill People's Hospital. At this moment, Cynthia was sitting on the helicopter nervously. With a black cloth bag on her head, she couldn't see the surrounding environment at all, so she was extremely nervous. At this time, she felt that her headgear was suddenly taken off, and she was terrified. But when she took a closer look, she realized that the person sitting in front of her was her nephew, Charlie. At this moment, Cynthia finally knew that these Interpol were fakes at all, and they must all belong to Charlie. Roxa and transnational scammers are nothing but his playbook. Realizing that Charlie had been playing tricks on her, she suddenly sternly scolded, "Charlie. Are you *C King crazy? I'm Cynthia Wade, you even dare to play with me?"